The impact of solar flares on modern life. Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that your internet, GPS, and even electricity are acting weird or completely down. No, it's not a cyber attack or a technical failure. It could be something much bigger. Something coming from 93 million miles away. Yes, we're talking about solar flares. These cosmic explosions on the sun can send shockwaves of energy hurtling toward Earth, disrupting our modern lives in ways you never imagined. So, what exactly are solar flares? How do they happen? And could a massive flare one day wipe out our technology? Let's dive deep into this fascinating and explosive phenomenon. The impact of solar flares on modern life. A solar flare is a sudden and intense burst of energy from the sun's surface. It's like the sun having an enormous explosion, releasing energy in the form of light, heat, and radiation. These flares occur when the sun's powerful magnetic fields tangle, snap, and reorganize, unleashing a massive amount of energy. In simple terms, imagine a rubber band stretched to its limit. If it suddenly snaps, all that stored energy is released in an instant. That's exactly what happens on the sun's surface when magnetic fields build up tension and suddenly release it. Solar flares are classified into different categories based on their strength. A class and B class. These are the weakest and have minimal impact on Earth. C class. These are moderate but rarely cause noticeable effects. M class. These can cause radio blackouts and minor disturbances in Earth's atmosphere. X class. These are the most powerful and can lead to significant disruptions, even damaging satellites and power grids. The impact of solar flares on modern life. The sun is a giant ball of hot plasma, with charged particles moving constantly. This movement generates powerful magnetic fields, creating what we call the solar dynamo. Sometimes, these magnetic fields become twisted and stressed due to the sun's rotation and activity. When they reach a breaking point, they release massive amounts of energy in the form of a solar flare. This energy includes X-rays, ultraviolet radiation, and electromagnetic waves, all traveling at the speed of light. This means that within just 8 minutes, a solar flare's radiation can reach Earth. The impact of solar flares on modern life. You might be wondering, okay, so the sun has explosions, but why should I care? Well, solar flares can have serious consequences for Earth's technology and even our daily lives. Here's how. Disrupting communication. Solar flares can interfere with radio signals, GPS navigation, and satellite communications. If a strong enough flare hits Earth, pilots, ships, and even your mobile phone network could experience serious disruptions. Power grid failures. A particularly intense solar storm, called a geomagnetic storm, can overload electrical systems, causing widespread blackouts. One of the most famous incidents was the Carrington event of 1859, where a massive solar storm caused telegraph systems to spark and even set papers on fire. Astronaut safety. Solar radiation is dangerous for astronauts in space. A powerful flare could expose them to harmful radiation, causing serious health issues. Satellite damage. The high-energy particles from solar flares can damage satellite electronics, affecting weather predictions, internet connections, and even television broadcasts. The impact of solar flares on modern life. Let's address the biggest fear. Can a solar flare destroy life on Earth? The simple answer is no. While solar flares can be disruptive, they are not powerful enough to wipe out life. Our planet is protected by its magnetic field and atmosphere, which shield us from most of the harmful radiation. However, a massive solar flare could cause a global technological catastrophe. If a flare as strong as the Carrington event were to happen today, it could potentially knock out power grids worldwide, disable satellites, and disrupt electronic devices for weeks or even months. The impact of solar flares on modern life. Scientists closely monitor the sun using space telescopes and observatories like NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory (SDO), the Parker Solar Probe, the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory (SOHO). These missions help predict solar activity and warn us in advance if a powerful flare is headed toward Earth. With this information, governments and space agencies can take protective measures, such as shutting down power grids temporarily or adjusting satellite positions. The sun emits powerful bursts of energy known as solar flares, which can have a significant impact on modern technology and life on Earth. While we can't stop solar flares from happening, we can prepare for them. Here's how. Better forecasting. Scientists are developing advanced models to predict solar storms more accurately, giving us time to prepare. Upgrading power grids. Some countries are working on making their power systems more resistant to solar storms. Satellite shielding. Space agencies are designing satellites with better radiation shielding to withstand solar activity. Public awareness. The more people understand solar flares, the better prepared we all will be for potential disruptions. The impact of solar flares on modern life. So, next time you hear about a solar flare in the news, you'll know just how powerful these cosmic explosions can be. From disrupting communications to threatening astronauts in space, solar flares are a force to be reckoned with. But don't worry, scientists are keeping an eye on the sun 24/7 to ensure that we're ready for whatever it throws at us. The universe is full of wonders, and the sun, our life-giving star, is still full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. What do you think about solar flares? Do you believe we are prepared for a massive solar storm in the future? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content on space and science.